It's so slow.
I get you. This is not even fair.
His head was like this, like.
This is elder abuse. This is not right. Hey everyone, support our Patreon, which helps us to continue bringing you our live streams, videos, and podcasts while bringing you new content such as exclusive live streams and animated shorts. By now, everyone, unless you're my wife, who, you know, she's from another country, she probably hasn't heard about this guy. Oz has definitely heard about this person. And most of you out there have heard about this man here. We've all heard about the passing of Dustin Diamond, known to most people out there as Screech. This man, you're like, who the hell is Screech?
Right? You're like, the hell is a Screech?
Yeah, you're like, yeah. What? this man, was he a mechanic? What are you talking about?
Did he have a disease or something?
Yeah, Screech. That sounds like an off-brand transformer or something. But Screech died today, and unfortunately he died, and very tragically he died of cancer. My man was 44 years old. Too early. Here it is on CNN. Dustin Diamond, who played the role of Screech on the popular 1990s high school comedy Saved by the Bell, died Monday after a recent cancer diagnosis, according to Diamond's manager, Roger Paul. There's a whole quote over there by his manager, Mr. Paul. Let me see how long this is. Oh, I can read it. It's very, very, very bittersweet. He says he was diagnosed with this brutal, relentless form of malignant cancer only 3 weeks ago. In that time, it managed to spread rapidly throughout his system. The only mercy it exhibited was its sharp and swift execution. Damn. He made it sound, he made it can't come in and sound like that was a slasher movie or something.
That cancer took a hit out on him or something.
Yeah, like a cancer came in. Yeah, exactly. Like cancer came in with a goddamn machete or something.
Sniper rifle from across the way.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
He did not have to lie submerged in pain. For that, we are grateful. As it said right there, my man, he was probably one of the most famous cast members of a show that a lot of people grew up watching, especially millennials out there. A show that ran for 11 years, Saved by the Bell. It's something a lot of people grew up on, man. Without realizing that this was part of a spinoff of another show. I did not know this. I didn't know this until today, until I was looking up this information right here. I think I might have heard it in passing before. This is I don't know if it's a spinoff, but this is coming from this show that came on before called Good Morning, Miss Bliss, where he was one of the first cast members of that. I want to pay respect to Dustin Diamond because as Oz was saying, man, he said, I don't know how you do that because this man did some crazy shit back in his day. And he did. He did. Listen, I'm not trying to deny that this man did a lot of stupid stuff. Don't get me wrong. But the thing is, he was a child actor. And it's hard enough being a child actor. But it's also just as hard being a child actor who played a character called Screech.
Yeah.
Screech.
I mean, because that's the thing, right? You're a child actor and you're trying to do these things. You're trying to break into Hollywood. And you get this character and you get this show that becomes popular, and your name on that popular show is Screech, is Urkel, it's, one of these crazy ass names.
Yeah.
And that's you for the rest of your life at that point.
That is exactly. That is you.
Yeah.
He doesn't see. Here's the thing. This man, he don't. You look. If you call Screech a nerdy character called Screech, they might as well brand that shit on your fucking forehead. You're Screech the rest of your life. That shit don't come to a screeching halt at all. If only all these other kids, they got stuck with that image of being the cool kids, man.
Right.
Yeah.
They are all. He was the only one. This is like one of those Sesame Street skits right here. One of these things does not belong. It ain't hard to see which one it is.
And they made sure to put him back there away from everybody else.
And everybody's smiling, looking beautiful, and he's back there looking like a fucking serial killer.
And look at all those girls. Like, all the guys got one girl, and there's the third girl, but the third girl has no relation to him.
All of them had orgies and never let poor Screech play, man.
He back there looking like a Screech.
He back there looking like, I'll kill them all.
He's like, what about me?
All these other kids, man, you know, they're going to be able to be remembered as not only the beautiful people, but, you know, also the real cool kids. All of them ran to fucking high school. How he was even allowed to go near the popular kids, I don't know. But all of them, you know, it was one of those things where they were so beautiful that sometimes they just walked around the school in tank tops and shit.
Why don't you just go with the best dancer?
Okay, you know what? Maybe Screech was better off. At least he was intentionally funny. You know, you know, this is he think he's being cool, and this is just unintentionally hilarious to at least to us. All those other kids would have legacies of being the beautiful kids. Screech was always the clown of the group. You know, he like I said, even back there, you can see they just made him an outsider, pushed his ass back. They don't even know he's there. Probably got a knife on him right now.
Between his ass, yeah.
And you know, a lot of times they just kept him around because they felt sorry for him, or he was funny. You know, he was the comedy relief on the show. But a lot of times they treated this fool like a leper, man.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is the kind of person or this is the kind of school rather where they create killers, man, in movies. You know, this is
no, this is the un-PC time where you can really relentlessly go after and harass, you know, these quote unquote nerds in these schools, man. You can't do that too much now in these new shows, man. You can't do that.
Yeah, they kind of like they never beat him up. They never treated him like Carrie, where they poured buckets of pig blood on him or anything. But they were always like, you know, the little scrawny kid with the Jew fro. You know, they mentally bullied this kid sometimes.
Oh, Lisa.
Lisa no en casa.
I don't think I have the strength to go on living.
Okay.
And they laughing about that shit. Yeah, go kill yourself. Cool.
Yeah.
Lisa, I think I'm gonna commit suicide. Okay.
What are you waiting for?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Well, what are you still doing here? You know this.
By the way, why they have wife and husband jersey?
It's a exercise they're doing at school, like this home economics or something.
Oh wow. Okay.
That they're in, and she did not want to be married, even in pretend to Screech, because you know why the fuck anybody would at school, you know, all these hot guys, and I'm stuck with fucking Jufro over here.
I mean, it seemed to be the sign of the time back then for those type of shows. You know, you had these, like I said, these nerdy characters, and that's what they are. They were stuck in that nerdy character. Every time they do something, it didn't matter what you did, how cool you tried to be, you'd always get knocked down a peg. You know, that's what I was, you know, that's why I was happy when, you know, the whole Urkel thing, they made him cool. You know, had a Stefan character. And that was one thing they did not do for this dude. They did not look out for his career after this, right? You figured they'd give him some kind of cool shit to do?
Oh, no. No, he was never like Square H, you know, like Stefan or something, you know. No matter what happened to him, because he did a lot of things. You know, for his legacy, he will always forever be known as goofy ass Screech. That is his legacy right there. If it's not known for being, that's the best choice, because if it's not known for being Screech, then it's known for being the dude who just could not make a good decision in his life.
Yeah.
This man, you know, it seemed like if life gave him a choice, he chose the answer that was not in the actual options, and it was always the worst answer.
Oh.
True.
Yeah, man. Life is like, I didn't even give you that choice. How'd you fuck up this bad, man?
And the way he left the world supports that too.
But here's the thing with him, man. A lot of people don't understand. Like, I looked up a lot of stuff with Screech today because I was just looking up things. So I was going to talk about it one way or another. But Dustin Diamond, I actually found a little inspiration in this guy, man. And I'm not lying. Listen, for one, he did a lot of stuff. He kept doing stuff. Now, you might not know what he did. You might not have heard everything that he's done. But he stayed busy, man. And whether it got popular or not, which a lot of times it wasn't something that a lot of people recognize, it never stopped him from going out and doing things, man. You know, and like I said, for one, it really does break my heart to see somebody who ended life like this because he was a cute kid when he was coming up, man. He was the first time that he was one of the first few times he was being interviewed for being new to the show. Even back then, it was like, man, he had a great personality. He was a really cool and cute kid at the time.
I'm here with Dustin Diamond. Screech, right. What is the show about? It's about a half.
Oh, shit, I cut off his end part. He said about half an hour. He had jokes even back then, man. Look at that. Even I can't give him no respect, man. I cut his jokes off.
Damn, son.
Even I'm bullying this guy, man. But like I said, he did a lot of stuff, man. He a lot of people don't know he had a band. He had a band called Salty the Pocket Knife.
Okay.
People like, yeah, I haven't heard of it. And, of course, look, it's not something that he was in it for a very short time. But the man was, like I said, he was always trying stuff.
Oh, my total God, I'm actually sorry for, like, every affinity. Cast all my sins because I dread the loss of him.
Beavis and Butthead. Me? Okay, that didn't help his image too much, right? I can see why they only had one album. But there are times that he dropped the character. He was actually down. He was real down, real reserved, and real cool. And even then, it was treated as a joke. I don't know if you remember that movie Made with
Jennifer Lopez.
Who is it?
Jennifer Lopez?
No, not Jennifer Lopez. The movie
okay.
Made with Vince Vaughn and your boy who's over the Mandalorian right now, Jon Favreau.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a big movie back in the day. I remember this movie, and I actually forgot that Screech was in that. And Screech was actually pretty charismatic.
Well, you might want to check the list. We're supposed to meet Ruiz. Yeah, a little bit. I got a 6-pack. Started out with a 40. All right. Here, babe. You look good, man. All right, thanks, man.
I'm waiting in line, and you just let Screech in the fucking club.
Screech can't go into the club? Screech can't go. He can't.
Screech is more famous than you, right?
Screech, at least he got up into the club. It ain't like he walked up there like, hey guys, about to say about the bell. He walked up and just shook everybody's hand and went right in. And they even then it was treated ironic. It was treated like a joke.
That's the messed up part, because they're thinking like, no, Screech is a real character. No, it's not. No. You know what I mean? And they treating this guy as though that's his character. No, that's a regular dude.
Yeah.
So I guess that's the part of the joke. Like, he's not cool.
This is after everything. Like, after Saved by the Bell, the college years, everybody's moving on with their lives. They went back to see the school. They had Saved by the Bell, the new class. Who went back to the school? Who never got away from that town? Fucking Screech, man. Screech is the character. Screech comes back as a teacher there. And even as a grown man, as a gainfully employed teacher, this man, they still had to make him a grown-ass man that continues to fuck up.
In Mr. Lazar's tuba. Nope. I forgot!
Oh my God! What is this?
He lost the prom queen crown.
Oh, Lord.
Can he exaggerate more than this?
Yeah, he can.
Pass out, just like, oh.
Yeah, he can.
What about that jacket and the tie and the
And then
shirt?
looking like the Joker and shit.
Oh my God!
I'm thinking about Jaleel White, and I'm thinking that maybe if he had gone on to do cartoon voices or animated voices, that's what a lot of people do, man. And there's a lucrative business in that.
Yeah, or like I was saying before, he could have taken that role as Screech, but he could have, he didn't have to be, play that Screech character like that. He could have had another kid who was like him.
Yeah,
and he could have mentored him to not be that way anymore. I used to be like you, but I'm cool now. You know what I mean? He could have done that.
That is true.
But maybe producers want him to be like that.
Well, that's the thing. They made him come into adulthood, and I like his idea of like, man, what? Why not make him a guy like, he still could have been a little goofy, but like, hey, son, I used to be like you, stupid. A lot of this is for him to blame too for keeping that image there, because he started doing all that D-list reality show shit where, where he did it as Screech. You know,
Yes.
Maybe he needed money, and that's how he could.
probably so. But like they, yeah, you gonna laugh at this? Like he did that D-list actor shit where reality show shit where he was fighting other nerds from other high schools, from other TV shows, like Arnold Horshack from Welcome Back. They have the poster right here. I forgot the actor's name who did Arnold Horshack, but here's the poster. And that's him today. It looks like a nerd about to fight his grandfather or something right here, man.
What is this about? Why are you gonna fight this old dude for? He got this old dude fighting. Yeah,
that's not even fair. Look, I know he's Screech, but goddamn, man, come on. You can look at this shit. This man's posture's bad and everything.
It's so slow.
I get you. This is not even fair.
His head was like this, like.
This is elder abuse. This is not right.
Yeah, they didn't call the cops. They called somebody.
You see that the man is running. You see at first it was supposed to be as a joke, but they really started fighting because this man was fighting for his life. Look at this shit.
He accepted to be there, so.
Shit is illegal and everything. Hitting this old man in the back of his head. People, it didn't look just. Did it not look just like you thought it would when you saw that poster? Tell me you didn't look. What you saw is what you were pictured in your mind when you saw this poster. Like I said, didn't really do himself any favors. There is a reason why he's probably would still remember the Screech because he kind of fit into it. And if somebody waved a check in front of him and said, "Hey, if you play Screech, you can have it." Okay.
Yeah. At that point, he was too far gone in the character, and there's no way to course correct what he was doing. And all these other ventures that he was doing, you could see that he had a chip on his shoulder, as he talked about certain things and did certain things, especially when he did those reality show circuit stuff that he did.
Yeah.
You could tell he was just angry about everything.
Oh, yeah.
And he wanted to be anti-Screech.
Somebody said, oh, this is Malcolm, 76001. He said, look at the black girl in the background. She having a good time. Look at it. Look at her. Yeah, beat that old white motherfucker. Get him. Get him, Screech.
I think she had money on this.
Yeah. Shit, Screech probably paid her to be there.
Maybe that's Screech's girlfriend.
No, it ain't.
Why not? He likes black girls from high school, so.
Yeah, he's trying to overcompensate. Like I said, he didn't do himself any favors with that, but at least it wasn't some of the other things that he did. Yes, this is where we get into like the sort of the shady stuff, the dark side of Dustin Diamond, man. He made, as I said, some very questionable choices in his life.
When you can only get work at Screech, what else can you do?
Screeched.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he kind of went to the place where a lot of people go when they got nothing else going on. At least back in the day, that's what they did, and y'all know what it is. And look, he called it out. He said, "I did it. I didn't know what I was doing. I regret it." And y'all know what that is. This is when he was on Oprah, when he was talking about the 2006 sex tape that he did at the age of 29. Did a sex tape called Screeched.
I definitely got some money off of it, but it wasn't worth what the fallout was.
Now, I've heard this where he said it was a fake person. I don't know. Is that true, y'all? Because I never followed up with it. Is that true? Because I ain't buying that shit. There's a fake person, unless he had hired Little Dicky. If he did that, then I'd be like, okay, yeah. And I would not be surprised if it came out later on that Little Dicky was the stunt person in there, man.
Little Dicky was the stunt penis, huh?
Little Dicky was Little Dicky. It sounds like I've been talking bad about it. I've just been talking about the reality of it.
Of course.
Screech was he was typecast as that character, man. And
that's what he was.
For better or for worse, by his doing or by other outside forces, that's what happened with him. But the thing is, what I tell you with this, and I looked up a lot of stuff with him today, and this is where I kind of give the man credit. Did a lot of bad things in life. He made those choices, and he admitted to it and lived with it. And he was always without, only with the shame that was always going to be with him, however much it'll be. He always talked openly about it, and always was able to have a good sense of humor about it too.
he did not make $1 million off the tape.
No bullshit.
Oh.
Nobody wants to watch Screech go fucking somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody cares.
Yeah, give me. Yeah, I'll take that goddamn crazy ass dancing Mario Lopez over that shot. You know, I'll take that shit. Look like at least he kind of looks like a male stripper. I'll take that shit. Yeah, man.
Stick up his ass. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't make $1 million, motherfucker. Who? That shit. That is completely your fault. Who the hell did you think wanted to see you fucking? You see in some of these interviews, they keep calling it Screeched. The original title is some shit, whether it was him or not. I don't know if anybody wants to go watch a porno called Saved by the Smell. That shit just, you're like, oh shit. Y'all farting on each other or something? What the fuck? I don't even know. When you look at this, it looks like it's not even a porno. It looks like he's just in the bathtub just farting, making fart bubbles. Listen, you know, even when he tried to kill somebody on Christmas Day, when he stabbed somebody, when that fool stabbed somebody in a bar on Christmas Day.
Oh man, I don't know if I remember that.
Tonight, Dustin Diamond, well, he was in jail accused of stabbing someone in a Christmas Day bar fight.
And he looks very happy about it. Look, he's like, hey, it's cool.
I didn't kill
that Christmas cheer.
Yeah, you see, yeah, they'll never judge Screech again. Oh, people, this man here. I try not to judge someone. Especially after they're gone. That's why I don't want to just talk bad about it. Because I tell you, I saw a lot of stuff today. I couldn't play them all, but I just saw a lot of interviews where he was just again like the one you saw him at the bar hanging out with the woman and everything, and they were talking about, you know, his sex tape that he had done. There's a lot of interviews out there where he's just being real cool with people, man, and you can see him being a guy that's pleasant to be around, genuinely pleasant to be around.
Or he's acting very good.
But even then, it's just kind of like, cool. You know, he's not being Screech. The thing is that he was never, he was known as Screech. He would do things if they asked him to be, you know, come in, to not even to be the character of Screech, to just be known for it. But he was not on all the time. He wasn't popping up in people's houses doing, you know, the crazy voice and whatnot. When he went places and went around people, he was laid back and he knew just to be a person. And I saw a lot of interviews where he did that. Here's an interview from WGN News from a few years ago, of course. And he's in town talking about a comedy show that he's done. And at this point, he's just like, look, man, it's better to have been a character that people recognize and a character that people love than to not have been anything, anything or be a nothing at all.
I'm really good spirited about stuff. I have a great sense of humor. It's when they don't recognize you, you got to worry.
I guess, yeah.
Danny?
You know, that's short, but I saw a lot of interviews. And like I said, that was him doing comedy. And even then, he wasn't in doing jokes or anything. He was just talking about, hey, I'm here doing comedy. I'll send the performance for the stage. But yeah, man, my philosophy on comedy is very simple.
Pretty good. I haven't changed a bit. Yeah. You, the microphone, and the audience, and you live and die by your jokes. Nothing.
You know, it's... I can say this after watching all these things about him, man. This guy always tried something new, always tried different things, and even if they didn't work out, he went to the next thing. Which it's kind of sad when you think about this guy who was whether you remember him as this character and you want him to be that character, or you hold it against him for other things that he tried. You know, the man was a creative. He was trying all different things. Who knows what else he would have done after? Some people are late bloomers. I am certainly one of them. I did not really start maturing until I was in my 40s, and I didn't go crazy like he did. I didn't stab somebody to make a fucking sex tape, but you know. But then again, you know, I got
close.
I was very close, very, very close. You know, but I know how it is to be that late in life and probably do some things you regret, make mistakes. I feel like he was at a point in his life where he was, you know, he still had a lot to give, still had probably things he wanted to do. And to die at 44 after you've made those mistakes in life. Now, look, he could have gone and done crazy stuff, but I feel like this guy had learned and he just wanted to just live, you know, he didn't want to mess up anymore. And watching all those videos and seeing everything that he had done and learning all about him, I was kind of inspired by his story, man. I was kind of inspired by the things I saw him doing. You know, like I said, it's easy to go and really appreciate people who've done great things all their lives, man. But it's really something when you have to sit back at a person who's made a lot of mistakes and try not to hold that against them. And I don't. You know, I actually think that makes you a better person. It's a tragedy that this guy died at 44, because I truly, truly believe in my heart, man, that this guy was going to probably be a better person from those things that he had done. I feel so sad that this happened, you know, after all the laughing and everything that we've done, you know, to go through all that and then have to like die at you know, such a tragic death. That really got to me. So, you know, I really pay respect to this guy where everybody's laughing and shit. I really do appreciate what this guy, the way he went about life. You know, not all the time, not when he was stabbing people and shanking people, but you know, when he was trying to get himself out there, when he was trying to do different things, I appreciate it.